surprised about the good work our governor is doing in the state. But frankly speaking, I'm not surprised because it's
All right, so wonderful morning, this beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's always so wonderful to be with you here on ABS 88.5, talking about, the things that our amiable governor is doing in Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, bringing a lot of developments to Anambra, and like we always say, solution is here. Voice of solution is here. That's the name of the program, and you're always welcome. And I also always remain your host, Comrade Emmanuel Oramal, telling you, welcome to the program Voice of Solution. And remember the way we say it, Voice of Solution, solution is here. Solution is not just here alone, it's hovering around everywhere, every nook and cranny of Anambra State. The 21 local governments in Anambra State is experiencing the solution that our amiable governor is bringing to bear. Not just him alone, with his wife, Dr. Nonye Soludo, using her pet project, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, bringing a lot of goodies to Anambra, where it protects on healthy living and healthy eating and healthy exercising. So we also talk about, on this program, we talk about what the MDAs are doing, the commissioners are doing, as an entirety of the help and government of Anambra State. Once again, wherever you're watching us from your rooms, from your hotel rooms, from your houses, from your offices, even from your cars, wherever you're seeing ABS 88.5 from, you're welcome to this program, Voice of Solution. And today we are talking on a very, very interesting topic. And you see the way I'm dressed. Anambra Investment Summit, handled by ANSIPA. So we are going to be dissecting the gains, the investment gains of ANInvest. ANInvest is Anambra Investment Summit 1.0, which was last year, 2023. The MOUs that were signed, the prospects, the successes so far, 1 year going down, and then ANInvest 2.0, 2024. More MOUs have been signed, more investments have come into Anambra State. So we're looking at all this, okay? And I have a very, very big voice in ANSIPA who is going to be taking us through, the success of 1.0 and then the prospects of 2.0. So our topic today, the investment gains of ANInvest 1.0 and the prospects of 2.0. Now, we are going to take a short break, and when we come from that break, then you will be able to see our guest, and we'll talk more on what's happening in the investment and the investment status of Anambra State. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. Education with integrity, development with security. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. I believe in him, I do. I believe in Anambra.
A lot of people are surprised about the good work our governor is doing in the state. But frankly speaking, I'm not surprised because it's exactly what I expect.
I believe in Anambra. I believe in the shining lights. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. Education with integrity, development with security. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. I believe in him, I do. I believe in Anambra. I believe in the shining lights. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. Education with integrity, development with security. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. I believe in Anambra. I believe in the shining lights. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo. Education with integrity, development with security.
Welcome back to the program Voice of Solution. I believe in Anambra. I believe in the shining light. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo, education with integrity, development with security. I believe in Chukwuma Soludo, the Toknadu governor, the solution governor, the Ekweme governor. All right. Like I said before, today I'm here with a big fish from the Investment Summit Department, the ANSIPA office, Dr. Ejike Johnson, Osisioma, SSA to the Governor on Investment, and the ED of ANSIPA. And ANSIPA is Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency. Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency. These are the people who are vested with the resolve to bring in investment into Anambra. So we're going to be talking with Dr. Sioma. Dr. Sioma, you're welcome to Voice of Solution.
Thank you.
Hello.
And, good morning, our viewers.
Yeah, so if you can speak up a bit so that our viewers can hear you clearly.
Okay. Thank you and good morning, our viewers.
That's right. God bless you, Dr. Osisioma. So, Doctor, let's start from, give us in 1 minute an overview of what ANSIPA is built for. Why do we have ANSIPA as a part of governance in Anambra State?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Just like you said, ANSIPA stands for Anambra State Investment and Promotion. Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency. And it was established about 10 years ago, 2014 to be precise. And what is our mandate? Our mandate is to bring investments into the state. So in doing that, we have to reach out to major investors to tell them the potentials we have in the state in terms of investment. And ANSIPA has done so well in the last 10 years of its establishment. Mr. Governor, our own His Excellency Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, when he came in about 2 years ago, he was very, very, visionary about what he wants to do in the state in terms of industrialization. And that has been the drive, in having this summit, which we had the inaugural one last year and another one this year. So essentially, ANSIPA role in this government is to ensure that investments are brought into the state, one, and also to ensure that the ease of doing business is top-notch. So I want to especially thank His Excellency, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, the CFR, the Solution Governor, for giving us this platform of ANinvest to showcase to the world, the business world, that Anambra is no more a departure lounge, but a destination hub in terms of investment. So that's basically what we do in ANSIPA.
Oh, wonderful. Anambra is no longer a departure land, but a destination hub for investment. And I remember that Mr. Governor had said that at the end of his tenure in Anambra, every Indian Anambra will be proud to be called Onya Anambra because of the vision that he has for the state. So we want to appreciate Dr. Mark Okoye, the MD of ANSIPA, who got a hold of the visions of Mr. Governor and is bringing a lot of investment into Anambra State. So that's him on the screen. So we appreciate Mark Okoye, MO as he's fondly called, for the dogged work he's doing in Anambra State, bringing investors everywhere. So now let's talk about these investors. Let's go back to ANinvest 1.0. Could you give us a little rundown of some of the MOUs that we have signed and the successes that we are seeing so far from 1.0, 2023?
Thank you for that question. Yeah, like I said, we had the median edition last year, and a lot of these were closed. Mr. Governor, our principal, is the kind of person that wants a summit where deals are signed. He's not just coming to do a talk shop. So last year we had a couple of deals that were signed, and I can boldly say that those deals are doing so well. If I must mention, we have one that the viewers can actually verify. If they go to the Oka shopping mall, for an example, this was a project that has been stored for the past 11 years. By the last year's summit, we had a deal signed with Sundry Market, who is a very big investor in that sector. And I can boldly say that by the special grace of God, Q1, Mr. Governor will be inaugurating, commissioning that project. And one of the fundamental things to note about that project, to show the kind of projects, we close in Anambra State, making projects bankable, is that when that project was signed last year, the dollar was about 770, 780, 790. Today, it's about 3 times that, or 2.5 of that. But the project has not stopped. It shows that most of our projects are bankable and de-risked, because most projects would have stopped because of the exchange rate. Everything we buy depends on the exchange rate. The cost of cement has gone up, the cost of everything. So that is a very, good project that viewers can go and verify. And maybe another...
Sorry, while you are talking, I wish that my producer would put on picture the MOUs of 2023, please. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so that is one of the projects that were signed last year, and the progress, I can say, is amazing in terms of what has been achieved. And another one we'd like to mention is the Oma Motors. Those are, for some of our viewers who were at the summit, you would have seen like about 3 brands of Oma Motors that were displayed just as you're coming in. Yeah, so last year we signed a deal with Oma Motors to expand their factory. And today, we can see that the production has increased, and that translates into more job opportunity to Anambra. So Anambra now has become a hub for vehicle manufacturing. And if you were at the summit, you would have been proud to be an Anambra person when the Minister for Regional Development said that Anambra has become a hub for car manufacturing in Nigeria. After Innocent, you will now have the Oma Motors. Yeah. So, and I can say that very soon, the state and even the other state governments or the federal governments, we'll be making demands, will be high, volume of purchase from Oma Motors. So there are more of them. These are 2 ones that you can go to. Of course, I can also go on to mention the deal we had with Mahindra, which is now Atelier, to develop the master plan for the MIC. MIC stands for Anambra Mixed-Use Industrial City. That has been closed. And now, when the next stage of that project, at the summit, you would have seen that a deal was signed with Arise. Arise are one of the biggest developers of industrial cities in the world. So to now move on to the next stage, which is to begin to develop the industrial city. So none of our deals that was signed last year has stopped. All of them are ongoing, and many are in advanced stages of completion. Like I said, by special grace of God, Q1, I believe that His Excellency, Professor Charles Choludo, will be commissioning the Oka shopping mall.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
It was initially called the Ikenga shopping mall, but now it is brought home to answer Oka shopping mall.
Yes.
Is there any reason for that?
It's just to relate the name to, relate with the city where it resides, yeah. I think the name Ikenga came about because it used to be the Ikenga Hotel that was situated there. So that's why the name Ikenga. But I think naming it Oka Shopping Mall is more appropriate because of its location.
Okay. Wonderful. So we're looking forward, to more developments, more increased successes in ANinvest 1.0.
Yes.
Now, is there any of those MOUs that have not taken off?
No.
Do you want to tell us that?
No. All the MOUs that were signed last year, all are ongoing.
All are ongoing?
Yes. There are different, some are completed, like I said. The MOU that was signed with Attila, the former Mahindra, that has been completed. So we're now in the next stage of that project, which is to begin to develop the industrial city.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now, that was 1.0.
Yes.
2023. We are in 2024 now. And the title, the summit's title for this year is Changing Gears. What does it portend? What does it mean to Anambra? Changing gears. From what are we changing gears and where are we heading to now?
Thank you for that question. Just like the name, Changing Gears, you know, when you're driving, you move from gear 1 to gear 2 to gear 3. So it just shows that we've left where we were, so we've moved to another level. So I think that name also aligns with the budget of this year. So, from what I've explained, you can see that we have actually changed gear from the 1.0 summit to the 2.0 that we are in now. So a lot of progress have been made, and that, I think, was brought about the name Changing Gears. So from all we've seen and done, you can see that a lot have been achieved in terms of the 1.0, and we're hoping that, God willing, if we're here next year, we can also account for what has happened on the 2.0. So, yeah.
Beautiful. So let's go to the 2.0 now. About a few days going backwards, about 5 days or thereabout, Thursday, the 11th. Was it the 11th now?
No, on the 14th.
On the 14th of November 2024, the ANInvest 2.0 hit the ground. We're all there to see it happen. Could you give us an overview of ANInvest 2.0? Tell us about some of the MOUs that were signed, and also now lead us into the prospects going forward with that summit concluded.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, last week we had the ANInvest 2.0, and a lot of these were closed and signed. And it's a way to say that we've moved from the 1.0.
We've changed gear.
We've changed gear from the 1.0 to 2.0. So with a lot of prospects. At the summit, 10 MOUs were executed, and we know that very soon, already we started work. We are not resting on our progress. We started work on those MOUs to ensure that they kick off immediately, just like we did last year. So if you want me, I can go ahead and mention some of those.
Go ahead.
If you permit me. Yeah, so we have a couple of deals closed, executed at this summit. And many of those projects are projects that touch on the life of the people of Anambra, in terms of critical social infrastructure. Yeah, I'll just mention a few that Anambra can relate to it. One of them is a deal with JNC. JNC is to build an oncology center in Anambra. We don't have anything as such. I doubt if there's anything like that in the southeast. So oncology center is where you diagnose and treat cancer. Okay. Yeah, it's going to sit on about 23 hectares of land. So you can see the size of the project we are speaking about. Mm-hmm. And as soon as possible, that project will kick off immediately. Another flagship project that was signed at the last summit was also the construction of 10-story building of the Marriott Hotel at the ICC. This is a project that is going to attract not just investment into the state, it's also going to attract boost to the tourism of the state. Because as it is, Anambra doesn't have the kind of 5-star world-class hotel that you can say that, when people come in, they're happy to, it's going to be an edifice that people will be happy to see. So that project has started. Like Mr. Governor said at the summit, piling has started, and Marriott is going to manage that project. So we also had a deal with, like I said before, Arise. Arise is one of the biggest investors in industrial cities in the world, and Arise is going to start work immediately at the Anambra mixed-use industrial city. So there are a couple of other deals that were signed, about 10 of them, and very soon all of them will kick off without any delay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's look at the signing of MOUs for investment. To a layman, Anambra, he only sees Mr. Governor sitting across a table and then putting pen to paper, signing some documents. And at the end of the day, he's shaking hands with somebody who represents maybe the company that is signing this MOU with. Now, what is the relationship between the state and the company that is signing this MOU? Is there an amount of money that government has to bring in? Maybe government brings in a certain percentage, and the investor brings in a certain, or is it all investment on the company? Let's in Anambra understand what it means to sign an MOU for investment.
Thank you for that question. It depends on the nature of the project.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me take, for example, the Marriott, the Marriott Hotel, that one of the deals signed at the summit. Yeah, Marriott is not actually investing in that hotel. The deal is for them to manage their hotel. The deal is for them to be part of the construction to ensure that it meets the standard. Then, But to bring you to from its conception to when a deal is signed or when we make a project bankable, yes. A lot of work have gone into that. You need to do a feasibility study. You need to come up with a business plan, and at times you need to come up with a business case and a value proposition. And depending on the nature of the project, you must also come up with the projections to ensure that the business is sustainable over time. So these projects, some of them, many of them actually come under what we call the PPP, okay. The public-private partnership, because these investors are from the private sector. Yeah, so they initiate a project, we review it and ensure that it's in line with the governor's vision for Anambra State in terms of industrialization. And once that is given, then they go through what we call our KYC, know your customer. And that requires them to meet up certain criteria. And once that is done, then we actually work with all the MDAs. So we now relate with the other MDAs, whether it's lands, if the project requires land, or if the project has to do with energy or power, so we have to relate to the Ministry of Power. So, but the good thing about ANSIPA is that we have a one-stop shop, so that doesn't create any problem. Yeah, we have a one-stop shop department that relates with all these ministries. So for an investor who is looking to invest in real estate, for an example, and he needs land from the state, he doesn't need to go to the Ministry of Lands. So once we look at the project, review the project, go through our KYC, and this line with the governor's vision for the state in terms of industrialization, then we move ahead and relate with the other MDAs that are directly involved. So basically, ANSIPA works with all the MDAs. We're not a siloed agency, and we're not independent of other MDAs. So, So when everything looks okay, then we can now have what we call an SPV, special purpose vehicle, depending on the nature of the project, whereby the state, we have an equity participation or debt, depending on the nature of the project. At times the state brings in land as part of his equity in those projects. So it depends on the nature of the project. But give and take, the state always has a stake in those projects because it's a public-private partnership.
Beautiful. All right. In the Anambra, you have heard it all from, not just in the Anambra alone, everywhere you're watching us from the whole world. You have heard it very, very well from the man who knows what he's talking about. And then this portrays for me to the ease of doing business in Anambra State. You know, because ANSEPA is a one-stop shop, whatever you need to become an investor in Anambra State, be it land, be it equity, whatever you need, be it papers to go to the bank, ANSEPA will make it possible for you. So that makes Anambra the #1 state in terms of ease of doing business. So we appreciate ANSEPA for what you're doing, and you know, because it's all about investment. And when these people come to invest in Anambra, me and you, Bundi Anambra, will be the better for it. All right, it's always like this on our show. You know, it's just a 30 minutes program, and we're always running short of time. So, but it's okay. I'm sure you have been able to understand the role of ANSEPA in Anambra State, and to see the gains, investment gains of 1.0 and the prospects of 2.0. Anambra Investment Summit. All right, always keep a date with us on this program. Thank you very much, Dr. Osisioma, for being on our program this morning. And thank you, viewers, for watching us from wherever you watched us from. I hope you have been so much informed. All right, come to Anambra. It is no longer a departure land, but an investment destination. Investment destination. Become, think home, bring your, because Cherries will say, let's come back home and develop our state. I am Comrade Emmanuel Oramalo, signing out from our beautiful program, Voice of Solution. I'll see you again on Tuesday, where we'll bring to you another wonderful topic to make you know what Mr. Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo